Hi, I'm Arthur, and I'm going to show you some essential rock piano techniques everyone should know. You can use these techniques pretty much anywhere. So if you want to rock up a chord progression, or add some cool rhythms and riffs to a song you're learning, or just get some fresh ideas, then this lesson's for you. Let's dive straight in. We're going to start with a super effective chord progression. An A minor in root position, and then the C major, second inversion, then the G major in root position, and then the D major, second inversion. If you're just starting out and you're not familiar with terms like inversions, don't worry, just copy the chord shapes for now. Now we're going to bring in a classic left-hand rock pattern. That's just the root of the chord, so on an A chord, an A, and then a fifth, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so an E as well. And we're going to play that underneath on every main beat and half beat. So if you're playing 4 beats per bar, you would go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So on the C, you'd go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Then the G, 2 and 3 and 4. Then on the D, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And this is mimicking the sound of a chugging guitar. So let's hear what it sounds like with both hands over the whole progression along with the backing track. And use your sustain pedal if you've got one, resetting it for each new chord change. Now let's try adding some rhythm in the right hand. We're going to play our chords on the 1, the 2, and the and after the 3. Like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And with the left hand, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So practice that slowly until you've got used to the coordination, and then you can gradually speed it up. And here's what it sounds like over the whole progression. By the way, if you're a premium member of Bird's Piano Academy, you can download the sheet music as well as the backing tracks inside your members account. And if you're not a member yet, you might want to check it out. I'll leave a link in the description below. Another great option is to use power chords in the right hand. So on an A minor chord, you would play the root, the fifth, and then the octave root above. And this sounds good if you play this higher on the piano. So let's shift it all up an octave to here. And we're going to play those on all of the main beats. So along with that left hand, you would go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And because the chord progression is in A minor, we can actually play that A power chord over the whole progression, and it sounds great. To make it sound even more energetic, you can break up that power chord. So you can alternate between the top two, so the fifth and the octave root, and then the root underneath, like this. So with the left hand, you'd go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And again, you can play that right hand part over the whole progression. Let's add a simple rock riff you can use over the progression. So we're going to move up to the higher end of the piano here. So middle C is here, up an octave, and then we're going to base this around the A minor chord. So we're going to play the A above here. and then we're going to play the 5th of the A chord there. We're going to play that twice, and then we're going to go to the 7th of that scale, and then back up. And that's it. You're going to go, and you're going to repeat that 3 times. And then on the last one, for some variation, we're going to go up to the C, back down, and then do the same at the end. And for the timing, we're going to play it on the 1, the 2, and then the 3 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And you can also add a little twist to it to spice it up a bit more. So you can go like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So just on the last half beat of that bar, you're just going to go down to the E and the G again. Like this, slowly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. And play it along a bit faster, it sounds really cool. So I'll play it with the backing track. The first time through, I'll play the first variation and then move on to the second. Of course, no rock lesson would be complete without a solo, and we're going to use the A minor blues scale, which is A, starting above middle C for the moment, C, D, E flat, thumb underneath, onto the E, G, A. And then you can come back down using exactly the same fingers, importantly going over with your 4th finger there, 3, 2, and 1. So you can practice that scale along with the fingering until you feel comfortable with it. And when it comes to adding in the left hand, if you're just starting out, you may want to just keep it super simple. So you can start off by playing with your right hand just on the main beats and just focus on going up and down that scale, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then if you want to start improvising, you can start playing around with simple rhythms. For example, you could do this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. So there I was just playing the same rhythm on the and, 3 and 4 beats and just playing around with the notes, and it sounded cool, didn't it? So have a go with that, and then when you get more comfortable, you can start to play around with the rhythms a bit more. For example, and I was still keeping that relatively simple in the right hand, but you can go as simple or as advanced as you want there. And if you're still struggling with that left hand chugging pattern and then want to get used to just right hand improvisations, then you can just play your left hand once and focus on your right hand. And that way you can get used to playing around with the scale and the rhythms in your right hand without having to worry about your left hand as much. So now let's put everything together. The left hand chugging fifths, the rock rhythms, the power chords, the riffs, and the soloing. Let's give it a go. So you can mix and match those, play around with them, and make it your own. If you've enjoyed this lesson, you may want to check out the Bird Piano Academy membership. Inside you'll find a whole range of courses like blues piano, boogie woogie, ear training, sight reading, and the ultimate chords course. Instead of jumping around from one random video to the next, you'll follow structured learning paths designed to get you playing impressive piano fast. And you can try everything free for the first 7 days. I'll leave a link in the description below. And if you're in the mood for another lesson right here, right now, then I'd recommend this video, where you will learn a whole bunch of really cool licks that'll keep this rock vibe going. Enjoy.